Hey everyone, just wrapped up the first chapter of Dune, the first book here by Frank Herbert, the first book in his Dune series, 6 books. It's a little bit late at night. The whole family has the flu except for me right now. Knock on wood that I don't get it, but we'll see how it goes. I feel fine at the moment, but I was able to get one chapter in today. And I should note too that I'm going to call them chapters, but there aren't actually chapters. It just kind of moves on to the next thing that looks like a chapter with sort of a saying or a prophecy or something kicking each of these off, which is interesting. Talking about the first chapter, it's impossible for me to not compare it to the movie because I did watch both movies first before reading the book, and I do think that's an advantage because I can understand it a lot better, like the Bene Gesserit, I think that's what you call them, sort of a religious class. I believe it's of all women in the book are important in this first chapter. They're basically, or the Reverend Mother of that class, is testing what is the main character, Paul Atreides, whether or not he's human. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly that means. I have looked up a little bit about this series in the past, and I think it has something to do with humanity a way long time ago, like maybe getting a little too close to AI and machines taking over for humans a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. I will say the first chapter is a lot more lore rich than the movie was. The movie hinted to a lot of things, but didn't have the time to really dive in, and I'm starting to see some hints sprinkled in already in the first chapter of like deeper lore, especially with the Bene Gesserit. Again, I hope I'm saying that right. So one thing that immediately stood out to me in this book is the prose. The prose is really kind of pulling me in more than maybe some of the more modern fantasy that I've read. Not that it's bad, it might just be more, I'm old, so some of these older books, the prose might resonate with me a little bit more, but it's really interesting. So far I like the writing style. One thing that's happening in the first chapter that I'm not in love with is there's POV or point of view switches that kind of happen paragraph by paragraph. So I'm like, wait, this is the Reverend Mother point of view, now it's Paul's point of view, now it's Paul's mother's, Jessica's point of view, but I wouldn't say it's too jarring. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to. But anyway, it's starting off well. I'm excited to keep reading. I wanted to get this video in today while the first chapter was fresh in my mind. And looking forward to sharing more soon when I get into chapter 2. Have a good night or day or whenever you're watching this. Bye bye.